Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for sitting in the passenger seat and joining me as we cruise this little town of Huntington, Quebec. Because today's video is such an important subject, and why they don't teach this to everybody is completely beyond me. You see, the consequences of ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, and the psychological wounds they leave are critical to bring to light, because childhood trauma is directly linked to our overall health, wealth, and happiness as adults. Our faulty childhood programming is directly related to how we behave and how we perceive ourselves and our self-worth. The perceptions we formed about ourselves were molded into our impressionable, unconscious, wide-open child mind, like software downloaded into hard drive. Therefore, as adults, we make important life decisions based on the false beliefs we have about ourselves and not on our full capacity to be, do, and have whatever our grown-up hearts want in this lifetime. With that being said, I would love to take this opportunity to share with you one of my favorite quotes by Steve Bowe. But keep in mind, although he says God, you can use whatever higher power you see fit. So quote, "God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in this lifetime. Our gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime." Unquote. So, what are the 10 types of childhood trauma that occurred prior to your 18th birthday? I'm going to be listing the 10, and for each answer you give a yes to, give yourself 1 point. The ACE study included only these 10 childhood traumas because they were the top most common mentioned in the study. The study could be found online. Just put in ACE study. Okay, but also keep in mind there are many other types of childhood trauma. And if you experience other types of toxic trauma, like racism or bullying or witnessing abuse of a loved one, so, it could be your father being abused by his grandmother, or, your mother being abused by her father, basically anyone in the household that you see being abused, okay? There's homelessness, foster care system, a severe accident that you survived and recovered from, okay? That would likely increase your risk for health, wealth, and happiness as well, okay? So, prior to your 18th birthday, number 1, did a parent or other adult in the household often swear at you, insult you, put you down, humiliate you, or act in a way that made you feel afraid that you might be physically hurt? If that's a yes, give yourself 1 mark, 1 point. Number 2, did a parent or other adult in the household often push, grab, slap, throw something at you, or hit you hard enough to leave marks or injuries? If that's a yes, 1 more mark. Number 3, did an adult or person at least 5 years older than you ever touch or fondle you, or have you touch their body in a sexual way? Attempt or actually have oral, anal, or vaginal intercourse with you? If the answer is yes, 1 more mark. Number 4, did you often feel that no one in your family loved you or thought you were special or important? Or your family didn't look out for each other, feel close to each other, or support each other? If that's a yes, 1 more mark. Number 5, did you often feel that you didn't have enough to eat, had to wear dirty clothes, had no one to protect you, or your parents were too drunk or high to take care of you or take you to the doctor if you needed it. That's a yes. One more mark. Number 6. Were your parents ever separated or divorced? If that's a yes, one more mark. Number 7. Was your mother or stepmother often pushed, grabbed, slapped, or had something thrown at her, or ever repeatedly hit over at least a few minutes or threatened with a gun or a knife? If that's a yes, one more mark. Number 8. Did you live with anyone who was a problem drinker or alcoholic, or someone who used street drugs? If that's a yes, one more mark. Number 9. Was a household member depressed or mentally ill? Or did a household member attempt suicide? If that's a yes, give yourself another mark. And last but not least, number 10. Did a household member go to prison? If that's a yes, give yourself another mark. Okay, so now add up all your yes answers. And this, my friend, this is your ACE score. So the higher your ACE score, the higher your risk for disease, social, and emotional problems in your adult life. With an ACE score of 4 or more, you may be living your life by default instead of by design. And just like I was, making important life decisions from the consequences of ACEs. Now that you've taken the ACE questionnaire and you have your ACE score, I'm hoping that this will give you good insight as to why you may be suffering with poor health, wealth, and happiness. Now, moving forward, I would like to discuss some of the consequences of ACEs. I say some because there are way too many consequences to be speaking of all of them today in this video. Now keep in mind that these are in no particular order, but I just want to mention these because they will more than likely be present in adults that have a high ACE score. Okay, starting with number 1. You don't remember your younger years. You just remember like vivid moments, little flashes of memory here and there, but you really don't remember full events. Number 2, you find yourself in toxic relationships. So different people, but same reoccurring toxic problems. You tend to settle because you've learned to believe you don't deserve any better, or can't and won't find any better. Number 3, you feel like you don't deserve love. So with me personally, because I grew up without sufficient love and emotional support, I found it almost impossible to give love or even receive love. It was also very hard for me to depend on anyone or even trust anyone for that matter. Number 4, you ride an emotional roller coaster. You feel emotionally exhausted because of an inability to express your emotions or even understand your emotions. Therefore, have trouble controlling them. Issues with anger management is usually present. Number 5, negative self-talk is amplified because of low self-image, low self-esteem, and low self-worth. So anytime you try to accomplish something, you'll have a hard time believing in yourself and may feel awkward, incompetent, or even unlovable. And you'll talk yourself right out of whatever it is you wanted. So we got number 6. You don't know who you are. And because of this, you'll need constant approval from others. You'll always be looking for someone to rescue and save you, usually very promiscuous. You feel a lot of loneliness, numbness, and emptiness, which leads to number 7, addictions. So you'll get addicted to a substance, thing, or activity, maybe all of them. Some examples are alcohol, drugs, pornography, sex, self-harm, eating, shopping, gaming, and risky behaviors such as stealing, lying, and speeding, just to name a few. Number 8, fear of failure. Insecurity about doing things wrong or what other people will think of you if you fail will cause you to unconsciously sabotage any chances of success. Now, ironically, number 9 is fear of success. So if you're able to try something and fail, well, you just go back to what you knew. But success means that things change, and getting out of your comfort zone is fear in itself. Now I'll talk about the 5 physical signs of past trauma that most people miss. This information I got from triple board certified neuropsychologist Dr. Judy Ho from MedCircle's YouTube channel. So if you're interested in a more in-depth explanation, then you might want to visit the channel. Number 1, chronic sense of fight or flight. Fawn or freeze as well, I suppose, but you're always feeling hypervigilant. Number 2, chronic fatigue, always feeling tired no matter how much rest or how much sleep you got. Number 3, sense of chronic pain. Number 4, GI distress, stomach problems, so gastrointestinal distress. Number 5, chronic headaches or migraines. And that's about all I have for today in regards to the consequences of ACEs. In my humble opinion, I do believe if you were not born with a physical or mental problem, then it was something that was instilled or manifested within. And I believe that the book by Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, will help you tremendously, as it did my own. I hope you found this information to be useful. For the remainder of the video, I want you to sit back and reflect on what you just heard. I wish you nothing but health, wealth, and happiness. Remember to always follow your heart, not the money. And until next video, love and light from my heart to yours.